Hello, my name is Leroy Blevins. Welcome to Mysteries and Histories. In this episode here, what I want to do is I want to talk a little bit more about J.F.K. assassination and about some comments that was made on my sites and stuff like that on my videos. Because, people's always trying to categorize me as other people does or what they do and everything else when I don't. Okay. For example, people, just like, well, while you're pushing your book, while you're promoting your book, okay, one, other people when they promote their books and everything else like that, okay, they have publishers and everybody else promoting their books. They have their followers promoting their books and everything else. And when I started promoting my book was here recently. I mean, always in the description down below, always leave a site where you can order my book, Evidence of Conspiracy. And the reason why I promote it, when I say at the end of the videos, the only book you ever need, stuff like that, I promote it for a point, for a reason, I should say. The reason is, as I pointed out months ago when I first started the GoFundMe account on doing a documentary on JFK, I said between now until May of 2018, all my book sales, I'm also going to donate into the documentary fund as well. Okay, that's the reason why I promote my book. Other than that, if you noticed, if whoever follows me would know that, hey, he never promote his book or say, buy this book or buy, his book, buy this. It was just recently I started promoting it because, like I said, when it comes to book sales, that's going to go into the GoFundMe account, my royalties, my money. I'm going to donate into there as well. Okay. Now, I don't make that much money off my book sales, period. Okay. But every dime counts. Okay. Every dime counts. All right. There is a big difference between me and them because when I start making my videos after May, okay, when May's over with, I'll have my book description still down below where you can order, the site where you can get my book, but I'm not going to promote it. Okay. I'm not going to sit there and say, hey, buy this book, and everything else. Okay. Now, there's other things that bothers me as well. Okay. That was about the book. But like the GoFundMe account. The reason why I set up the GoFundMe account is because I want to do a proper documentary. I need to buy permits and everything else like that I wanted to do. Okay, I want to do it professional wise. I want to make sure everything was covered and all that stuff. Okay, just like even a GoFundMe account. Okay, when you look at the amount that's on there, you really don't receive that exact amount because they still have to take their cut in there to GoFundMe account. Say if someone donated, say $20, they take $6 or something out there out of that 20. So I'll receive like $14 and some change, or maybe $13 and some change. That's how that works. So see, I don't get the full 20. Okay, people don't understand that, but that's how it is. That's called life. When I sit there and I tell people, you know, I don't make no money in this research. I really don't. Okay. Yeah, I sell my books. Okay. But like I said, I only make pennies off of them. I don't make dollars. I make pennies off of them. Okay. I really don't have to do research. Okay. I never even had to step into the JFK assassination research or Noah's Ark or, excuse me, or the Patterson again Bigfoot film or, any other research. I didn't have to do it. Okay. I didn't have to spend none of my money. I could have went ahead and saved my money. I'd have probably owned my own home right now. I would have to worry about all the headaches and the hassles that I get over research and everything else. I didn't have to do none of that. The only reason why I did my research is because I was asked to. Okay, I was asked to. Because people got tired of hearing the same old story. When I find evidence, I present it. I have videos. I present my evidence, whatever I find. I present it on social medias. I present it. I show it. What does other researchers do? Okay. everybody wants to put me in a category, well, you're just like everybody else. You're trying to make money and all this other stuff off JFK. No, I'm not. I'm not making no money. Just like when they sit there and says, oh, you're going to give the DVDs away free. I'm not trying to be smart or rude about it. But no, the DVDs are not going to be able to be given away free. And here's the reason why. When you make a DVD, you have to pay for supplies. Okay, even if I burn the CDs myself, my DVDs myself, where's the money going to be? The ink that goes for the printer to make the covers and stuff. Where when you buy the DVDs, okay, you have to buy. As you notice, I'm saying buy the DVDs, buy the paper, buy the ink, burn each individual ones. Okay, you have to do all this. Okay, which costs you money. You see what I'm saying? All right. So where's that money going to come from? It can't come from my pocket because I've already spent every dime I had and doing research alone. Okay. So you see, there's a big difference. Okay. There's a big difference between what I do and what they do. Okay. There is a big difference. Okay. Maybe you don't understand this, but in reality, it's totally different. Okay. When I promote my books or when I ask for a donation to do a documentary, okay, like I said, it's not to put money in my pocket, it's to get the truth out there. Because the money I make off of even the book sales, like I said, all the way to the end of this month, that's even book sales from now and back to when I started this, that all goes into that documentary as well. Okay, and the reason why I ask for donations and stuff as well is because it costs money for gas to get from here to there. Everybody says, oh, we'll take a Greyhound bus and an old cell phone. That's not going to work. Okay. If you're trying to do a professional job and you want to get in depth, you can't just take a cell phone. You can't just ride a bus ticket. How are you supposed to get around Dealey Plaza, or how are you supposed to go to certain location stuff? Walk all over the place. Wouldn't you need money to get a cab or Uber driver? Okay. Where you're supposed to stay? Sleep on a park bench at night until the next morning we can start doing filming again. You see, everything costs money. Everybody knows this. If you walk around in nowadays society without a dollar in your pocket, they'll get you for it. They say you're a loiterer or one thing or another. You're loitering because you don't have a dime in your pocket. Okay, there's a lot of things you have to understand. Okay, just like I sit there and said, I don't like to be category with other people. Okay, that's their research. I tell people that's their research. It's not my research. Okay, the only thing I have a problem with, I don't have a problem with, as you notice, even my video, I said, I'm saying, when I go to Dealey Plaza, I want to try and do most of the filming in the morning because I know when it gets close to the afternoon, there's going to be people there and stuff. I don't want to be in their way. They want to make their money and say their stories and stuff like that. I'm not going to be a part of it. They could do whatever they want. That's why I said I'll go somewhere else and do some filming or whatever while they're doing that. Because I believe in, you know, leave them alone. Let them, if that's how they want to do it. And like in the comment also, someone says, well, someone tells you a story and stuff, you should make a donation to them. I don't care if they make their donations, okay? If someone gives them a $5 donation, a $10 donation, a $20 donation, or even a $100 donation for to hear their story and stuff like that, I don't have a problem with that either. The problem I have when it comes to JFK assassination or any other research, but the JFK assassination is if you're going to tell a story, at least, at least show some evidence to the people that you're talking to. Show them facts. That's one thing I got to say. When I hear the stories, just like other people have heard this, and I've even shown this as well. Here's James Tagg. James Tagg. Whoop, he went somewhere. Okay, here we go. Here's James Tagg, right? James Tagg. Okay. In their story, they're telling. Okay. If they say, I should say, well, James Tagg was standing over there, right underneath the overpass there, and a missed shot came along, struck the curb, and a piece of that curb came up and struck him inside the face. Okay, that's fine and dandy because that is the truth. That is the truth. So I don't have a problem with that. But when they're going to sit there in their story and says, well, James Tigg was standing right over there on the triple underpass there, and he got shot in the face. He got shot in the face. So these people are going to go home now saying, well, James Tigg got shot in the face because we heard it from an eyewitness. We went to Dallas. We went to Dealey Plaza. And this eyewitness said he was there that day. And he said this guy named James Tigg was standing over here at this overpass. And he got shot in the face, which he didn't get shot in the face. A piece of concrete from the curb came up and nicked him in the side of the face. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what I have a problem with the story. That's the reason why I did my research, is because of the stories that are told. They'll tell us a story. They'll tell us a gunman behind a picket fence. What do they have as their evidence? For years, people's putting down the Warren Commission report. Okay, the Warren Commission report. Okay, they're running them down. They're running the Warren Commission report wrong. They're calling them liars, and they're calling it government cover-up and everything else. This is what they're telling in their stories as well. Okay, here's what they tell us, the Warren Commission report. Okay, Oswald, lone assassin. Oswald took 3 shots that day. 1 magic bullet shot, fatal headshot J.F.K, and a curb shot. Oswald then shot Officer Tippit and killed him. Then 2 days later, Jack Ruby shot Oswald. Okay, that's it. Basically, that's it. But they're sitting there every day saying, no, the government's doing cover-up. The government's lying. Okay, this is not the truth. So they'll go ahead and tell us this. This is why I'm trying, I try to point this out to people, and I try to, explain why I say this or why I say that. But we look here. They said Lyndon B. Johnson was behind the assassination of JFK. They tell us in their story. Show me the evidence. Okay, present that evidence to me, please. They say Charles Nicoletti was in the Daltex building somewhere. No pinpoint, no location, just somewhere in Daltex building. Show me the evidence. Pinpoint an exact location where he was firing from or where he was at. They can't tell us that. Malcolm Wallace was in the window of the 6th floor Texas Gold Book Depository. He took 1 shot. He shot JFK in the back. Where's their evidence at? Oh, well, there was a fingerprint of him found on the 6th floor Texas Gold Book Depository, which turned out wasn't his fingerprint, but they're going to base it just on 1 fingerprint. Okay, so again, where's the evidence at? There is none. Okay, the Umbrella Man. We watch him in the films and stuff, and I'm not only talking about this Pruder film, I'm talking about other films. He has his umbrella open, but he's not waving it up and down, but they're sitting there saying he's waving it up and down. Again, more stuff is added to the story. Charles Harrelson was one of the assassins behind a picket fence, and he shot JFK in the throat. Okay, he never admitted to it. There's no evidence to prove that, but that's their theory. That's their theory. James Files says, I was the assassin behind the picket fence. I was using a firebolt. I shot JFK in the head. His head exploded. Okay, where's the evidence of him behind that picket fence? Where's the evidence of him using that rifle? Where's the evidence of his story being true? Do you see what I'm saying? Jack Ruby hires Officer Tippit to assassinate Oswald. Where is the evidence at? Again, a story, a theory, a story. A theory is a story, and a story is a theory. That's all it is. They're telling us the theories. Where's their facts at? That's what I'm talking about. Okay, I sit there and I tell people this. Okay, they did their investigations. People does their investigations. Okay, and this is the truth. I'm going to point this up again. Okay, people does their investigations. Okay, we're going to bring up the 3 here. We're going to sit there and say the Warren Commission report, they're lying. That's what they tell us. That the Warren Commission, they're actually literally calling them liars. I'm not calling them liars. I'm just saying they're giving false information out. Okay. And basically, even also say in my videos that I can't blame the researchers for it because the researchers are only basing their research on what's told to them. What's told to them. Okay. So it's not them promoting false information. It was people that was taught that the researchers was talking to is giving false information. But anyway, let's look at this. This is the Warren Commission report right here. They said these three, 3 shots, Oswald, lone assassin, stuff like that. But everybody's sitting there saying we can't believe them because the government's doing a cover up, and the Warren Commission report is false information and stuff. Okay, they're telling us we should not believe them. All right, then we go into over here, which their story, which is theories, mind you, theories, and they're telling us all this information. But we're supposed to believe them, but not believe the Warren Commission report because they're going to tell us not to believe them, but just to believe them and their story because they was there or they did research. So their story has to be true, while the Warren Commission reports is all false. Okay, but again, where's your evidence at? Okay, you tell us the theories, you tell us the stories, but where's the evidence at? There's still none. Over here, still none in the Warren Commission report. So we go over to me. Excuse me, I need to take a drink. We go over to me, and I said, there was 2 gunmen inside of shelter number 3. I show photographic evidence. Let me raise this up. I show photographic evidence of 2 gunmen inside shelter number 3. And I also show them firing rifles from that location. I also show where the bullets make contact with. Okay, I'm showing, and these images, like I pointed out before, was taken during the time of assassination. But that's a theory that people tells me. That's a theory. Okay, we could see it, but that's a theory. I said it was Oswald on a 6th floor Texas School Book Depository. Okay, he's in the Dillard image now. Well, it has to be altered. It has to be altered. So they're going to come up with that. There has to be altered and stuff because they're trying to dispute everything that I put out there. So that has to be altered. It has to be fake. Okay. Where does a gunman on the 2nd floor of the county records building? Again, showing him with a rifle. Showing him firing from that location and everything. Oh, well, no. That's got to be fake too. There was no gunman there. That was a police officer. Okay. All this stuff. So they're going to try to sit there and say, well, I'm always wrong. They're going to try to point me out always wrong. Then I sit there and say, well, there was a gunman on the rooftop of the county records building. Okay. And I show him photographic evidence of him coming down, taking shots from that location and everything else. But, oh, no. There was no gunman on the rooftop of the county records building. There is none. It's just a theory. Just a theory. Just like gunman on the 2nd floor of the county records building. Just a theory. Oswald being on the 6th floor of Texas School Book Depository. Just a theory. 2 gunmen inside of shelter number 3 is just a theory. But we can see this. I present evidence. I show a gunman with a rifle in her hand. I show a shot being fired from this location, even from this location. Then when we line up the shots, we see the curb shot lines right back up the rooftop of the county records building. We see the manhole cover shots, not the manhole cover thing. I sit there and I'm showing evidence of everything I find. Just like I sit there and said, well, the babushka lady turns on a light. So what I do, I show photographic evidence of showing her with no light on, and all of a sudden light comes on. Okay, but then again, that's just a theory, as people says, or making her comments or anything else. They're going to call me an idiot or call me stupid or one thing or another. But I've shown evidence of everything I said. I said there was gunmen inside shelter number 3. I'm showing photographic evidence of them with rifles, aiming rifles, and firing rifles from that location. Same thing on the rooftop of the county records building, 2nd floor of the county records building. Oswald being on the 6th floor showing. See, there's a lot of information, which I'm going to point out here. There's a lot of information, okay, that's never been revealed until I revealed it. Okay, everything in my research I've done firsthand myself. I didn't base my research on what eyewitnesses says until after I see everything, and if it matches what we see, then I base it on there. I sit there and the images. I colorize the images. Let me pull up this one right here. I colorize all the images. No one else has done that before until I started doing it. But no other researchers, I'm talking about top researchers, other researchers, didn't colorize no images. I'd done that work myself. The time, effort, programs, and everything, I came out of my pocket. Ordering the images and stuff came out of my pocket. I've done it. And plus, I took the time in colorizing it and everything else. That was done by me. No one else. I didn't send this out to no one. Analyzing films and images. I done all that myself. I didn't send it out to somebody else and say, hey, can you give me your feedback? No, I done all the analyzing and stuff myself. I spent all the time and the effort and everything else in it myself. Okay. Like I said, you know, I go in details. Like I go ahead and get Zapruder's camera. Okay. I tell people the information about the film. Okay. It's got side A, side B, which no one ever even really talked about this before. Ever talked about what type of film it was, how it's made, or how's it run, how many frames on one side, how many frames on the other side, what's the total length of the film. No one ever even talked about that because no one ever even worried about that information because that information ain't nothing. But me, I go in depth about it. Okay. No one ever talked about, well, lining up images. Well, when did Algin take his image number 6 here? Okay, they want to prove that this is Oswald over here, but don't you think they need to put a pinpoint time on exactly when that image was taken so they could say, hey, Oswald was right here? But they didn't do that. Okay, I'm the only one did it. It was taken by frame 254 of the Zapruder film. Okay, same thing as Algin's image number 7, same thing. I line up all the films. I line up all the images to find exactly what time this was taken or that was taken or when this was filmed or when that was filmed and everything else. I've done all this myself. I go in depth. Okay. And I give this information out. No one ever knew this information until I put this information out. It's not a theory. It's called facts. But people keep on wanting to put me down or say one thing or another. Like I said, I don't care if people make some money. Okay, because everybody has to make money because you can't survive off of air. You can't survive off of it. Okay, you need money to pay for your bills. You need money to buy clothes. You need money to buy food. You need money to support your family. I don't have no problem with people making their money. The problem I have, and I said, it turns into a circus and it turns into flea market stuff because, as you notice, when you go to flea market, people will tell you a line of a story so you can buy that object. Okay, that's what gets me. Okay, like I said, when it comes to James Tigg, okay, they want to tell in their story that he was shot in the face. So now we got people going home thinking that James Tigg was shot in the face when he wasn't. That's what I have a problem with, the story that's told, not with them making money. Everybody's got to make money. Just like, okay, if a researcher does research, I think he deserves to get a paycheck, don't you? If he's going to take his time, his effort, and everything else in doing his research, shouldn't he get paid? That's right, he should. That's why I don't say nothing about, even with Robert Groden or anybody else, even the other J.K. researchers. I made videos out there and I made posts where I said, hey, why don't you come down and join me? Let's put this together. Let's work together and put this together and have this done the right way. Let's, excuse me, let's go ahead and show people, you know, the evidence. Okay. Just like I sit there in my videos, I present all the evidence I got and more right along with it. I'm sitting here making videos and stuff. Do you see other researchers making videos saying, here's the gunman right here? This is a fact what his gunman was and stuff like that. Here's this evidence. Here's this evidence. No, they're going to say, hey, buy my book. Okay, buy my book and you'll get the evidence. They got on me. They actually got on me and says, don't present your evidence to people. Let them buy your book. Okay, I present the evidence for free. You can get on YouTube anytime you want and watch my videos and see the evidence I have for free. Am I correct? So see, it's not always been about the money. Like I said, I don't care if people make some money and stuff. What gets me is the story that's told. Okay, don't give out false information. That's what the biggest key fact of it is. That's why the JFK assassination will never be solved. Will never be solved because of the false information that's going around, and they keep on presenting it over and over and over and over and over again. If it's about money, if I wanted to make money off of, books and everything else, hey, I got, how many books do I talk about when it comes to JFK assassination? I'll talk about one, Evidence of Conspiracy. Do I push this book here? JFK assassination color images? No. Do I push JFK assassins evidence of other gunmen? No. How about this book here, this book here, this book here? It's all about JFK, but I don't push them books. I only push the one. If it's about if it's about making money. Why should I worry about that when I got Noah's Ark research, a book out there, or the Patterson and Gimlin Bigfoot film, another research book, or Bigfoot in the Holy Bible, which is another research book, the Garden of Eden, which is another research book of mine. Or I go into my fiction, comedy, and horror stories, which is Cosmic Comic Man, Eastbound and Down, The Bridge, The Reaper, Revenge of Bigfoot, or Sasquatch Z, Book 1, Sasquatch Z, Book 2. Okay, if it was about promoting my books, it was about me making money, put in my pocket, I would be promoting these more than I would these up here. Okay, do you hear me promote my book about Patterson and Gimlin? I don't even hardly make videos on them no more, on Noah's Ark or Patterson and Gimlin Bigfoot film. Okay, I've mainly been doing a lot of the JFK stuff is because people ask questions. I have to answer those questions. I present more evidence in my videos. So see, I don't really have to make a documentary, okay, because there it is all right there. I could just sit at home, film myself right here, like I'm doing now, and just make a documentary out of that. But that ain't me. I'm a hands-on person. I got to be out there. I got to be able to study each one of these angles. Just like when I go there, I know people's going to get upset if I go over here and says, well, if I show there's evidence, there's no way the shot can be made from there. They're going to be more pissed off at me. You see what I'm saying? They're going to be more pissed off at me. Instead of saying, hey, well, let's work together and let's try to, solve this. Let's at least give the people the answers. We're never going to find out who was behind it. And the people that was behind it and the people that took shot the rifles that day, they're all gone now. Okay, they're not going to be able to pay the price now, are they? No, they're not. All the thing we could do, like I said for years, a researcher can only do, is present the evidence, figure out what happened that day. That's all we can do. That's all I'm trying to do. Okay, I'm like everybody else. I want to know the truth. I want the answers to be there. Okay, I'm tired of the stories. I'm tired of the theories. I'm tired of watching movies, and documentaries and stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about? That's all it is. That's all it's been about. But people want to category me into saying, oh, you're just like everybody else. You're in it for the money. Okay, if I'm in it for the money, okay, why ain't I rich right now? If it's all about the money. Like I said, if I wanted to, I could have been more wealthier now if I just stayed away from the JFK assassination research. Okay, I could have stayed away from it. No one would even know none of this information. No one would even know that there was evidence in front of their public's eye for years, like the Eden manhole cover. Everybody would still walk around today, wouldn't even know that these are 2 bullet holes right here. They wouldn't even know that. Okay, they wouldn't even know that. There would have been a lot of things, okay, that I could have done. Okay, that's the reason why I'm writing movie scripts. Okay, I'm writing movie scripts if I want to, because I want to make money. But that's why I'm writing movie scripts. That's why I'm writing other stories. I got another book for Sasquatch Z. I got to write for number 3. I have the Banshee, which is part 2 of the Reaper, and then Reaper's Revenge. That's a 3-book deal. 3 books right there. Okay. Excuse me. But there's a lot more books I got started and everything else. But I stopped all of that so I can make these videos, give people this information, give them the evidence up front so they don't have to keep on guessing, okay, or hearing this or hearing that. I do this. This is my own time. The research, the money, everything else come out of my own pocket. You see what I'm saying? So it's never been about the money. Like I said, I could have just went ahead and just say, don't worry about this or don't worry about that. I can go ahead and take all my videos down. I could take my book off the market. It really doesn't matter to me. Okay. People will never know this information. People is never going to see the information. No one's going to see the evidence. All we're going to keep on hearing is the stories. So it really doesn't matter to me. That's why I tell people, if you don't believe my research, that's fine and dandy. I'm not here to change people's minds. I'm here presenting evidence that I uncover. That's all I'm doing. It's not a theory I'm working with. It's not a story I'm working with. It's not about the money or anything else. Everybody deserves to make money. Okay? I've spent more money in the J.F.K assassination research that I've done than I'll ever make back. I know that. I won't ever even make probably not even partial of it back. To me, it was all about the truth. I wanted to make this video. I know it's a pretty long video now, but I wanted to, make some points out here. Don't categorize me into other people and say, oh, you're this, that, because it's easy to make a comment. It's easy to say this. It's easy to say that. Okay? I don't go behind nobody's back. I'll confront you in it. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you about it. Okay? Don't categorize me and say I'm this person, because I'm not going around like these people here. Okay? The people here that tells this story here. I ain't saying there ain't nobody in the Daltex building, because there's no evidence that shows there was anybody in the Daltex building. Just a theory or just a story. Malcolm Wallace, there's no evidence to prove that he was there. But they're going to say, oh no, there was a fingerprint found there. Okay? Which fingerprint turned out not to be his. Okay, I'm not going to say James Files is behind the picket fence or Charles Harrelson is behind the picket fence, because there's no evidence to prove they was there at all, period. I'm not going to sit there and tell the people that the umbrella man was waving his umbrella up and down, because there's no evidence to prove that. Well, he has his umbrella opened up, but that's it, but he's not waving it up and down. Okay? I'm not going to say Lyndon B. Johnson behind it, okay, because there's no evidence to prove it. I've already studied all that. I've already went over that stuff, okay? And like I said, there's a lot of things that I don't believe, and that's my opinion. That's my opinion. And I present my opinion, because everybody has a right to say something. Everybody has a right to make their own opinion, which is true. Okay, that's why I don't get upset about the comments and stuff. I kept the comments off of there for a long time, is because I got tired of people cussing other people out. Excuse me for saying that. Or calling them bad names, or calling them out their names and stuff, or even arguing with women and calling them out their names. You shouldn't be doing that, okay? I'm an adult. You want to be an adult about it, we can have a discussion about it. Okay, we can have a discussion about it. We can talk about it. Okay. Like I said, I really don't have to do this. I really don't have to even have to make my videos. I don't have to present my evidence. I don't have to do none of that. I don't even have to have my book out. I do it because of the fact that the truth needs to be told somewhere. I mean, we hear fake news and all this stuff all the time. We hear lies every day we wake up. Where is there any truth in a day? Can you go through a day thinking that, hey man, there's somebody truthful with me today? Okay, that's the reason why I don't watch TV that much. That's the reason why I don't spend a lot of time on the internet or nothing, because I got too much other stuff to do. I'll listen to music. Mostly I'll listen to piano music and stuff like that, orchestras and stuff like that, because I do listen to rock and everything. That's how I used to play rock and everything, I enjoy that, okay? But, a song is a song. A fiction book is a fiction book. I like working on fiction stories as well, you know, because then you know what the outcome is going to be. But I also do my research. My research is different than anything else, because I put the time and I put the effort in there to find things that other people won't bother looking for. And my dad always told me, ever since I was a little boy, the best place to look for anything is in front first, because that's always the last place that anybody's going to look at. That's the truth. As you see, every evidence I've uncovered over the years was always been in the public eye for years, but no one's never uncovered it. Don't understand why they didn't, because it's always been there. Okay, all I'm doing is showing what can be found. That's all I'm doing, is basically showing what can be found in the films and images. Okay, just like I tell people, go look at the films, go look at the images, go look at them. You're gonna find the same thing. I point out the location of the gunman right here, a shot right here in the Orville Nix film. I said frame 40 right there. You see him taking a shot right here. All right, go look at it. It's there. Okay, go look at the Zapruder film. And I sit there and tell people, Hey, the babushka lady turns on a light. I thought, yeah, right here. A babushka lady turns on a light. I even pinpointed in my video. I pinpointed the frame when she starts turning on a light. Don't believe me? Go look at it. Go look at it. Go look on somebody else's video and stuff. Go watch a Zapruder film in slow motion. Keep an eye on it, babushka lady and everything else, and see that light come on and stuff. You're gonna find it. Go look at the Mormon photo. Go find a full-size Mormon photo. Okay, and zoom in. Okay, untouched, uncolorized, and zoom in, and you're gonna see that gum in there and that gum in there. Go look. Go look. Okay, all I'm doing is presenting and pointing out the location. That's all I'm doing. You don't, like I said, you don't have to believe me or anything else, but go look. Okay, go look. That's the only thing I'm saying. If you don't believe my research, go look. Okay. I said there's 2 shots in the manhole cover. Okay. I pointed the locations here and here. Go look. Go look. That's the only thing I can tell you. Go look. You don't believe me? Go look and see if they're there. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Okay. There's a big difference than what I do and what other people does. A big difference. Don't forget that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to tell your friends about us. Share this information with other people and stuff like that. If I kind of got people upset, I apologize for it. Don't mean to get you upset and stuff like that. It's just, please don't categorize me with other people. I'm just presenting what I find. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. Thank you. You all have, and don't forget that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And in the description down below, you always find a book where you can find evidence of conspiracy. On a book you ever need in JFK assassination. Thank you, and have a blessed, blessed day.